Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So it does seem that Kabam is again kind of moving further away from the regular AQ, and this post will leave us with some questions in regards to Alliance Coliseum, but we do have Alliance Rampart Evolution, and this is effectively going to be a new type of AQ that's a mix in between raids and Alliance Quest. And again, it's going to kind of go on an alternating basis, effectively. So, let's take a look at it. So, enlistment, Monday, February 16th, season and raid went live, playable, Monday, February 23rd. Alliance Quest, Meta Events, Rampart Evolution. A new challenge awaits your alliance in the Battle Realm. The Rampart Evolution Meta Event is the first of a new week-long Alliance Quest designed to bridge the gap between regular AQ and the intensity of raids. This event is built around AQ ramp tag champions. You will need to utilize and ramp up their abilities to take on bosses and tougher than usual defenders with increased health pools. Prepare for a unique test of skill and power. A lot of things have changed and somehow stayed the same, as outlined below. Event details. And here we can see that it's kind of going in a week, regular AQ week. Then we're gonna have this meta event Rampart Evolution, but you will still be able to play the regular AQ if you want. Then it's gonna be the regular AQ, and then it's gonna be the raids. Now this immediately leaves me with a question: where's the Alliance Coliseum? Like, what's happening with the Alliance Coliseum? If I'm not mistaken, right now should have been Alliance Coliseum. Has that been a thing, Scott? I don't know. Like, can somebody tell us what's happening with Alliance Coliseum? But it's meant to be week on, week off basis. So, event duration. This event runs for one map over the course of the week. So we're going to have 1 week to clear the map. Enlisting similar to raids. Difficulties, there will be 2 difficulties. Standard map, targeted at map 5 and 6 players. And hard map, targeted at map 7 and 8 players. Map structure, it's going to be simplified. It's going to look like raids, except there's going to be more fights. The standard is going to have 6 paths, and the hard one is going to have 8 paths. And again, it's going to be laid out exactly the same as the raids are. Except that you're going to have multiple fights along the way. It's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the mini bosses at the end of each section. So, balance. All paths contain equal number of fights to keep the balance of the map. Challenge structure, sections and lanes. Sections horizontal. The map is divided horizontally into 3 sections. Single buff profile is shared across all the defenders within the section. Vertical lanes within each section. Vertical lanes provide path options that always converge towards a mini boss or a final boss. Movement flexibility. Teleporters have been added to provide greater lane-to-lane movement flexibility, allowing your alliance to adapt to the map as needed. Paths and bosses. We kind of described that. You'll face more bosses than normal AQ map, with each of the 3 sections featuring 3 bosses for a total of 6 mini bosses and 3 final bosses. All bosses within a section share the same buff profile. We have built a system that spawns a new set of defenders each time the event runs. While these bosses remain the same, the system uses a curated pool of champions. So it's going to be always different defenders. And actually, this sounds good. I'm not going to lie. I look forward to this, and this kind of sounds good. Increased challenge. Defender health pools have been dramatically increased. And bonus buffs. Well, you will be able to select unique buffs designed to enhance the ramping abilities of your champions and support your progression through the map. And we will have, like in raids, select attacker pools as well. We have created a pool of tag champions that will require to enter the event. This event will auto-filter your roster when you select champs to entry. The event requires a specific pool tag champions to balance the experience. We reserve the right to review and adjust this. It includes like Proxima, Adam, Icarus, Gore, a bunch of Thanos, Deathless. Null is probably going to be quite popular here. Serpent. Serpent is an option. That should be quite crazy. Then we have Drive, Professor X, Apocalypse, North Star, Kitty Pryde, Severed. None of the good mutants. None of the good mutants. Absorbing Man, Wong, kind of ramp up the champions, I suppose. Purgatory, Sasquatch, Dragon Man, Morningstar, Anti-Venom. Oh, immediately interested. Sandman, She-Hulk. Deathless, Spider-Punk, Sentry, Jessica Jones, Blue Marvel, Star-Lord, Stellar Forged, Shang-Chi, Zemo, Hawkeye, Aegon, Killmonger. Then tech we have Guardian, Star-Lord, Shuri, Yondu, Omega Sentinel, JJ. The attacker buffs, again, I'm not going to break all of them down, but some of these do sound quite interesting. For instance, start the fight with 10 combo shield passives and lose 1 when struck. Special attacks gain X special damage, where X is the attacker's combo meter and activation up to 50%. So that's obviously for like Star-Lords and Aegons, I suppose. Then there's going to be Lingering Pain. Damaging effects gain 100% increased duration when inflicting a damaging effect. There's 10% chance per damaging effect on the defender to gain an unstacking 50% wishes buff. So this could be nice for some dot champions, but obviously we're going to need to figure out which ones are going to be the best buffs here. Some of these are, for specific champions like Dragonmine, Morningstar, Purgatory, Strife. You basically start with more charges immediately and convert more charges along the way. Yeah, so it's going to be kind of curious. And this is, I suppose, going to give more purpose to ramp up champions. But again, just like every time with the ramp up champions, the problem is like, why would I want to, rank up Stellar Forge Star-Lord for this if you can just go in and, use somebody like Shang-Chi or any champion like Yondu that you have already ranked up for rest of the game. So that's, how I'm looking at the game mode. I'm immediately thinking which champions I have already ranked up that will probably work well enough for a piece of content like this, opposed to, oh yeah, a good reason to rank up, a Strife right now, for instance. I'm sure Strife's going to do great, but I'm sure that plenty of other champions will do great in this game mode too. So anyways, bosses will be Aegons and Strife as the final boss. Not going to break down the nodes exactly, but it doesn't seem like anything too crazy there. It's probably mainly because it's going to be long fights. Section identities, section 1, heavy hitter, section 2, no mercy. Oh, that's standard map. So section 1, heavy hitter and Hale and Hearty. They're probably going to want a way to deal with that region, ideally, or, immediately knock him down with a heavy attack. Then we have no hit, no mercy, rise to power, repetitive hate, alternate your special attacks, and then heal or hide. So again, nothing too crazy by the sound of it initially, at the very least. And hard map is map 7-8 players. More points than map 8, less than raids week. Mirror map 8 payout values with an increase of 4x to compensate for the weekly cadence. Includes raid tickets. Okay. So still, I don't know exactly how it's going to work out and the tuning of it and so on and so forth, but overall, I'd love for this to be all of AQ, because this sounds so much better, where number one, it's one map, you don't have to do it every day, you basically have a week to clear that one map, right? So that immediately sounds better. Number two, every time spawns new set of defenders, so you don't do the exact same fight every single week, you know what I mean? So I like that better immediately. And yeah, kind of like, prolonging it and giving an opportunity to shine to some other champions that generally maybe don't as much in the game. There's a lot I like about this. Again, the question here is going to be about the details of it, in my opinion. Also, it's kind of funny, they never mention how many champions you can bring in, whether you can bring in 1 or 3 or what. But okay, that's fine. And yeah, I still want to know whatever's happening with the Coliseum in between all of this. Yeah, 1 or 3 champions is an important question here. And then obviously it's going to be the tuning and how hard the fights actually are and all that stuff. But yeah, no, overall, I like the idea. I'm absolutely for it. So I think this genuinely is kind of like a better version of AQ that requires less of like, oh my god, I forgot the AQ. You have like 1 week, you can kind of front load it or back load it. There's no 24-hour requirement. It's less repetitive because the fights are changing. You give an opportunity for ramp up champions to shine, which I don't mind either. So in theory, I love this. In theory, I like this a lot. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna catch you soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have